Thank you, garden gurus, for sending me to Japan to show you this amazing landscape. Who am I kidding? I'm not really in Japan. Believe it or not, I'm in a garden in the middle of Sydney, and this is a prime example of what you can achieve in your backyard. This space is no more than 10 metres by 10 metres, so it's not huge, but Imperial Gardens have done such a great job with the design that it feels so much bigger. And the minute you enter this space, you're transported to a different world. There are many Japanese garden styles, and the theory behind them is extremely complex. But commonly, they have a pond in the middle, and then they create little islands that may contain strategically placed stones, trees and plants to reflect a mountain and its underlying foliage. Some elements you would normally find in a typical Japanese garden are water, rock, stone and the borrowed landscape. Each of these has a specific purpose. Now, stone is the first thing to go into the garden as it creates the main foundation. Now, the stone element can be horizontal, vertical, used as pathways, archways, shaped, stepping stones, but the placement of the stone is integral to the design. The water element can be literal, as the sound is really calming and soothing, and usually the water feature is rounded in shape to reflect nature. There we go, perfect. Water can also be simulated with raked sand or gravel. As you can see here, just look at the attention to detail and the technique involved. You would think it had been shaped by Mother Nature herself. Plantings are also extremely important in creating harmony in the design. And if you're not that keen on maples or flowering exotics, then there is an array of evergreens and ornamental grasses you can use and still stay true to the basic principles of Japanese garden design. Have you heard of the term borrowed landscape? Now, this doesn't mean to go to your mate's place and bring his garden back to your own. It means trying to use the surrounding landscapes outside your property as part of your garden, creating a seamless flow between the two. For instance, here we've got elevated planting leading up to a ficus, which detracts the eye from the fact that there's a boundary separating the two. So it creates that seamless flow. And in this case, the designer hasn't been restricted by the 10 by 10 metre space he's had to design in. Ornaments are used as accents to the garden, but are not the main feature, and can come in the way of stone lanterns, basins or benches. Now, I'm sure you'll all agree that it's quite amazing what can be achieved by using a few different elements and looking at your space in a different way. But the brilliant thing about all this is that all this can be achieved in a space that's not much bigger than your average backyard.